I used to believe that closing my eyes would lead to sleep, but now, for me, it's the only way to fall into a world I can no longer control. Let me tell you a story. It isn't long, but I will never forget it. It began on a night like any other. I turned off the lights, everything fell silent. I pulled the blanket to my chest, took a deep breath, and closed my eyes. And that's when it began. What exactly? Not a nightmare, not a dream, something else. I don't recall the exact moment it started, maybe a year ago. One night I was so exhausted I didn't even think. I just wanted to sleep. And as soon as I closed my eyes, not more than 30 seconds in, I saw it. A face. Not one I recognized. It had no nose, hollow, pitch black eyes, a mouth stretched unnaturally wide across its cheeks. And it was staring directly at me. I snapped my eyes open. The lamp was still on. The room was quiet. But my heart was thundering like I had just sprinted for my life. Maybe it was just imagination, I told myself, just fatigue. I tried again. Deep breath, eyes shut. 1, 2. This time I saw a child, but it had no legs. It dragged itself across the floor, a trail of blood behind it. And I could still feel the bedsheets. I could still hear the clock ticking. I wasn't asleep. But the image, so vivid, blinked in and out like a cursed slideshow. Night after night, the same thing. I began dreading sleep, not because I couldn't sleep, but because I feared what would come before I did. I thought, is something wrong with me? I searched for answers. Flashes before sleep, vivid hallucinations, dreams that start before you fall asleep. That's when I found the term hypnagogic hallucination, vivid images or sensations during the transitional state between wakefulness and sleep. They say it's common, that it's harmless, just your brain processing memory fragments, visual residue, subconscious scraps. But if that's true, why was everything I saw so violent? Why was it always twisted? Why was there so much blood? And why did the images feel more aware of me every time? I began experimenting. I tried meditation, I played soft music, I avoided horror movies, I stopped using my phone before bed. I even taped little notes to my lamp. Tonight I only dream of peace. You have no power here. None of it worked. The images kept coming. One night I visualized a peaceful meadow, sunlight, flowers, breeze, and right in the middle of that, a tree appeared. Hanging from it was a body, swinging slowly, even though there was no wind. I no longer feared sleep. I feared closing my eyes. I didn't tell anyone. Who would believe this? I wasn't hearing voices, I wasn't delusional, but I was starting to feel like I was breaking. Until one night, in the silence of my room, I came across a forum thread titled, "Does anyone else see disturbing flashes when they close their eyes?" There were hundreds of replies, people describing exactly what I was experiencing. Faces melting, limbs bending the wrong way, a woman without a mouth whispering in their minds, seeing themselves, older, bleeding, dying, in flashes that felt more real than dreams. That night, I cried, not out of fear, but out of relief, because I realized something deeply human. Whatever this is, it's not just happening to me. I still don't know exactly what I'm seeing. Is it trauma, fatigue, something medical? Or is it something much older, something buried in the folds of the mind, waiting for that one moment when the eyes shut and the light goes out to finally be seen? I don't have the answer, but I do know this. What we see when we close our eyes isn't always imagination. Sometimes it's the part of us that was never allowed to speak, and now it whispers back.